Welcome to the Olympic edition of Learning is Fun!
Roll the intro!
It's that time again. We're going to use our brains, going to have some fun and play some games. We're going to use our heads, dance and run. Going to have a laugh because learning is fun. With Coach Joel.
And Shane.
This one's all about the Olympics. We're going to sit down, we're going to watch a bit of TV here and learn all about the Olympics. It's going to be so much fun. There's so many sports. Coach Shane, give us a few stats about the Olympics.
Well, did you know, back in 1896, I think it was, the first ever modern day Olympics was ran in Athens. Ooh. And this was based off an Olympics they ran many years ago in like 8 BC or 4 BC.
Oh, a long time ago.
And that was ran in Olympia. So then they did a mock of that in 1896 in Athens. But now we're in 2021.
So the Olympics are ran every 4 years, and this year it is in Tokyo.
Yeah!
So all the countries are competing for first, second and third place. So, Coach Shane, we have the third. What do they get?
They get a bronze medal.
What about the second?
Second, get a silver medal.
And first?
Get a gold medal.
Gold's the one everyone's looking for. But, obviously, whatever we can get in the Olympics, it's all about great team spirit.
The 5 rings of the Olympics, we've got blue, we've got black, we've got red, we've got yellow, and we've got green. They're meant to represent the 5 continents that come together for Olympism. This year, even though there's 206 recognised countries that can participate in the Olympics, there will be 205 countries participating this year, 33 different sports, 336 gold medals to be won.
Oh.
And we're going to get into it with our first sport. What's your favourite sport, Coach Joel?
Oh, let's start with a really popular one in the Olympics, swimming. So swimming is obviously a water sport. This is a really popular one. There's a lot of different events. You've got your
freestyle.
Freestyle. What about this one? What's this one?
Breaststroke.
That's it. What about this one?
Backstroke.
Oh, that's it. What else we got? What about this one?
Oh, that's butterfly. So swimming, we can compete just one person. So it might be me versus 7 other competitors in a lane. We might do the freestyle, 100 meter freestyle, 200, 400, 800, 1500. But then we can also do relays where there's 4 per team. We do it, and it could be 100, 200 again. I think 400 as well. But then I'll swim 100, get up, and then Coach Joel, I'll touch the wall, and Coach Joel will dive in, and we'll go just like this.
Coach Shane, which sport do you want to go to next?
So my favourite is the 100 metre sprint, but that is under the full big sporting banner of track and field. So it involves lots of different running, so it could be 100 metre, 200 metre, 400 metre, 800 metre, 1500 metre running. We've also got the 10K run, but then the field events, so that was the track events. The field events involve sports like shot put, high jump, triple jump, long jump, discus, javelin,
So let's get into a few of these. I like personally the long jump, okay? So the long jump is where we take a big run up and we have to jump into a big sand pit. You can even try this at your kinder, as long as you're safe. So we do a big run up, take off from the same spot, and whoever gets the furthest is the winner. So javelin is where we all take off from the same spot. We've got our big pole, our big javelin. We hold it over the shoulder. We all do a big run up, and we're all taking off from the same spot, throwing from the safe spot. Okay, so the javelin's going to go super high as we can throw it, as far as we can throw it. Whoever can throw the javelin the longest is the winner.
Make sure it sticks on the ground. So my favourite is pole vault. We're going to run with a big pole in our hand. We're going to run as fast as we can. Once we get to the section where we have to jump as high as we can with the pole, we place the pole into the ground. It's going to fling us up over our little vault, or over our little pole up the top. We've got to make sure we don't touch the pole that's hanging horizontally or crossways. We get over that little pole and we land on the soft mattress. The beam that's hanging up that we have to get over slowly increases, or we can choose how high we want to go.
So a bit of a weird one is discus, okay? This is a very weird one. So this is in a big open field, and what we do, we've got our discus. It's a little circle, round, flat object like a pancake. We hold it, and we do big spins, okay? To get enough speed to release the discus, goes flying as far as we can, and the further it goes, whoever can get the furthest, wins.
There's a lot more other events in the track and field, but that was just a little breakdown of some of the fun events that Coach Shane and Coach Joel like. All right, another one of my favourite sports is our weightlifting. So this is when competitors, we either do our clean and jerk, where we're trying to lift the bar from the ground, we rest it on our shoulders, and then we're going to press it above our head. So that's our clean and jerk. Then we have the snatch. So that's where our grip's a little bit wider, but what we're going to do is we're going to go straight from the ground all the way straight over our head. And to win this, we're going to add the total score of our snatch, which is the one where we go straight over our head, with the clean and jerk. And the winner is the highest weight that you can lift off the ground, combining the two scores.
So a big one in the Olympics is the gymnastics. That's always a fun one because it's a lot of acrobatics, a lot of flying around, a lot of fun stuff. So these can be done as a single competitor or as a team, okay?
We have 8 different competitions that we can do. We've got the vault, the uneven bars, the pommel horse, the parallel bars, the horizontal bar, floor exercise, balance beam, and the still rings.
My favourite is the rings. The rings involves a lot of upper strength here because what we do, we need to hold ourselves up on the 2 rings on the side, and we have to do different tricks, different techniques, and the judges at the end decide who wins and who did the best.
Officially, there are 6 types of gymnastics: artistic, rhythmic, trampoline, power tumbling, acrobatics, and aerobics. But only 3 of these are participated or are run during the Olympics.
One of my favourite events is the trampoline. This looks like so much fun. I used to have a trampoline as a kid. I'm sure you guys love the trampoline. I think I can even do more flips than Coach Shane. Moving back outside, I really enjoy the rowing, the team rowing, okay? So what we do, we have all our competitors lined up. We've got all of our teammates in one boat. We've all got our sticks, which are called oars, and we all use our upper body strength to row together as a big team. If we stay in time together, the faster we go, we're going to come to the finish line first. Whichever team gets to the finish first is the winner.
Another sport that I really like to watch is archery. So what the competitors do, they have a bow and an arrow. So what we need to do is try to get the arrow to hit the middle of our target that's a long way away. So the target has 5 different scoring areas. The gold is 9 points, the red 7 points, the blue 5 points, the black 3 points, and the white 1 point. So the competitors will have the same amount of shots at the targets, and the highest score wins.
So you also find in the Olympics they have some sports that we see in our everyday lives, like basketball, golf, but we've got a new one added, and this one's called skateboarding. How good is that? Skateboarding's involved, and I'm a pretty good skateboarder myself. Another fun one that's a bit different is fencing. This is where we both get a sword, me versus the competitor, Coach Shane, and we're all padded up so no one gets hurt. And this is all about skill, about our fighting with our sword.
A sport I really enjoy as well is in the velodrome. So it's cycling indoors, but in the velodrome, it's like this. It's on a nice big angle where the cyclists have to ride around and around. So the speeds get really fast and they go super fast in a nice short little circle. They go round and round. There's a lot of different events similar to our track and field events. There's a lot of different events that we can do. I think there's the 10K, the 5K, the sprints, the cat and mouse game, which is really good, where the competitors are going really slow and then they take off and run around.
So there's so many sports to get through. We're not going to go through them all. We're going to do one more, which is a really fun one, the diving. So the diving, we have different heights that we jump off, and we're doing tricks all the way down into the water, okay? So it doesn't matter what we do, as long as we land with our feet in the air, our hands down to the ground. So they do this off all different heights, really small and also really high. And the judges at the end will choose who had the best tricks and also the best entrance into the water.
So there we have it. There's just some of the sports that are in this year's Olympic Games at Tokyo. Hope you had fun and you learned all about the Olympics because learning is fun! Yeah.
Time again, we're going to use our brains, we're going to have some fun and play some games. We're going to use our heads, dance and run, going to have a laugh because learning is fun. With Coach Joel.
And Shane.